to another Let's Play Pokemon TCG Online. I'm Daniel, one of the hosts on the Reasons I'm Broke podcast, found right here on YouTube. And welcome back to another Let's Play. It's been a little while since the last one, but in the meantime, we hope you did enjoy the unboxing and booster pack openings that we did. The 36 booster pack opening for XY Evolutions. Amazing set. I talked about it last time. I think it was before it had released. Now we actually got some cards, and they look awesome. I mean, they are great. Not very playable as far as the format goes, but it's still super cool to see these collections. And for a lot of kids especially, these are cards that they're seeing for the very first time. So we're going to open up some XY Evolutions booster packs at the end of the Let's Play today. Our first opponent in the meantime is Avis Flay, who uses, I'm assuming, a fairy deck with the Sylveon and the coin patterns on there. So we don't pull a basic Pokemon. Let's see if we can pull a Gengar EX. We've got a little Litwick. That's what we'll start with. And then that's it. Okay, so since last time we played, I did add a Caitlyn in there. Put as many cards from your hand as you like on the bottom of your deck in any order. Then draw a card for each card you put on the bottom of your deck. I think that's pretty handy. I think it's a pretty good, if I don't have Tierno handy, I can use that, and I could essentially get rid of my whole hand and get a new hand without having to discard it. So I know a lot of people use Professor Sycamore because it's a guaranteed 7 cards, but in this case, I usually end up drawing a lot anyway, so it's a good way where I can completely rearrange and get a new hand without having to get rid of anything. So they end up having a Xerneas Max Elixir is what they use with it, and then they've got a Spritzy out front. So let's go ahead and use Great Ball, see if we got a Gengar EX up front. We do get a Litwick, which we'll take. Alright, let's hope little Litwick doesn't get knocked out this turn. Let's go ahead and feed Litwick. We'll hang on to that. Let's go ahead and Professor's Letter for 2 more energy cards. So we've got 3 left in our deck total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that'll pretty much do it for our decks. The rest of them might be in our prizes. We end up getting the Tails, 10 damage. It's a little Spritzy. Let's see what they end up doing. They could play the Stadium cards, which gives them the free retreat cost. I know with fairy decks, I mean, they're tough, man. You see some really good combinations. It's not going to be an Evoltol or a Garbodor, but still, there's some good stuff in there. All right, let's see what we end up getting. And Mr. Energies. Okay, so let's go ahead and evolve into Lampent. Let's go ahead and Caitlyn. Oh, man, I should probably feed. Let's go ahead and Caitlyn and draw up 2 cards. So we'll get rid of 2 energies. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. As many cards? Yeah, we'll do 2. So go to 2 and draw up another one. I'll take it. Feed Lampent. Let's go ahead and we'll probably hold off on that energy. Let's go ahead and feed the other Litwick. And we'll go ahead and do Curse Drop. Put 3 damage counters. We'll put them all on Spritzy. That's 2. And there's the 3. So Spritzy's down to 10 hit points. We've got hopefully a Chandelure soon. We've still got the Lysander. Hopefully they bench something, maybe a Shaman. Whatever it is that we can drag out. If not, they're probably anticipating us knocking out Spritzy. Okay, there we go. So they're going to heal up Spritzy. There's a retreat. Oh, is that a Rainbow Spear coming? Evo Soda. Oh man, this is what I was talking about. Live stream, this attack does 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So that's going to be... Oh, it's not a knockout on Lampent? Really? Okay. I'm not going to complain. But I will drag out Spritzy again. And we will hold off on feeding anyone. Let's go ahead and do Curse Drop. And now we're going to go after that Xerneas Break, because that is definitely scary there. And one more. So the Lucky Helmet did end up helping us with the draw 2. We ended up drawing a Charon and a Rare Candy out of that. Might have been a Teammates, but even if Teammates will come in handy next turn if Lampent goes away. They could retreat right here for the knockout, which they probably will do. Yep, there it is. So we will get a Chandelure next turn, along with maybe we'll go for a Gengar EX or a Rock Guard. So there's a Max Elixir. That's going to go ahead and power up their Spritzy. And there's a knockout on Lampent. They actually ended up saving us a step here because we ended up drawing a Chandelure from the Lucky Helmet. Alright, so double colorless energy onto Little Litwick. Let's go ahead and rare Candy up into Chandelure. And teammates. So we need a basic, so we'll get a Gengar. And where's our Rock Guard? There it is. Alright, let's go ahead and put down Gengar EX. Let's put down our Rock Guard. And how many energies do we have in our discard pile? We've just got one, so we're going to hold off on the energy retrieval. We'll hold off on the Versus Seeker as well. So we're going to go ahead and knock out the Spritzy. So let's put one on Xerneas, just so we can keep clicking on Spritzy without worrying about going to 6. Alright, so in this case, if they don't have anything benched and they do knock out the Chandelure, we at least have a 50% chance of bringing down Xerneas with us, which would give us the game. So let's see what else they put down. Alright, so we've got a full art Gardevoir EX. That is beautiful. Gorgeous card right there. Link Blast. If this Pokemon and your opponent's active Pokemon have the same amount of energies attached to them, this attack does 70 more damage, plus a 30 on base. Luminous Blade does 120 base. Discarded energy attached to this Pokemon. So they're going to go ahead and put a Spirit Link onto Gardevoir EX. They're going to put the double energy, 100 damage onto Chandelure. That's going to do 60 onto the Xerneas. Do we have enough to knock it out? We've got 150. Yep, we do. Okay, so let's go ahead and feed Gengar EX. And let's go for... Yeah, I guess we'll knock out Xerneas. Might as well. Let's go ahead and draw 3 first. Got another Gengar EX. Let's go ahead and Professor's Letter for some more basics. There they are. Alright, and let's knock out this Xerneas. So 1 on Gardevoir EX, and then 5 on Xerneas Break. I do want to thank all of you, if you are viewers from the podcast, listeners from the podcast, for checking out the Let's Play. If this is your first video, we usually do 2 to 3 matches, depending on how long they run. And then we follow it up with some booster pack openings. As I said at the beginning, we're going to do XY Evolutions this time for the set. And here comes Gardevoir EX. It's got an Evolto backing it up right there. And there's a Togekiss EX. Mighty Wind does 20. You may attach an energy card from your hand. They end up conceding the match, and we get the win. I will take it. We got 25 coins. And a little bit, there's a reset on the ladder. There's a Genesect EX that you can get if you reach the very end here. We end up getting 10 energies right there for the ladder. And 25 coins. Alright, let's jump into another match. Starting off with a win, feeling good. Next opponent is Simmons, who uses water types. Ooh, let's see if this is a Greninja deck. Those are disgusting. They're very strong. I've yet to win against a Greninja deck. So we lost a coin flip. Gengar laughs at us. And let's see if they go first. And they will. Alright, give us 7 cards. We got a Gengar EX. Got a Litwick, Caitlyn again, Dimension Valley, Great Ball, and a double colorless energy. Let's see, do I want to put any of this back with Caitlyn? Probably not. The Lysander is pretty handy. Let's put out Gengar. See who else they bench. And 2 of them, looks like. Alright, let's put down Little Litwick. And we are finished. 6 prizes. It is a Greninja deck. There's Froakie. We've got a Lapras. Swimming with Misty there. And then a Remoraid. Let's see what Lapras does. Flip a coin of heads. This attack does 20 more damage. It does the 80. Search your deck for a training card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterward with Errand Runner. And then they've got the Professor's Letter, so they're trying to build up into the Greninja deck. You'll probably see Greninja Break. Remoraid is very common for the Octillery, so you'll see that. Very handy, very good deck. Let's see if we can do anything against it here. So let's go ahead and Great Ball. And, ooh, we got some options here. Let's go with a Lampent. And let's go ahead and drag out the Remoraid. Double colorless energy on Gengar EX. And we will do a Night Attack onto that Froakie, because that is definitely the biggest threat right now, is them getting up to Greninja. And they could play Stadium card, Tidal Waves. It's going to heal them from that 30 damage. They're going to Escape Ropes and bring out our Litwick here. There it is. And let's see what Lapras ends up doing. They've got another Froakie on hand with 60 hit points. This is not terrible, Brokettes, because we do have Caitlyn, which we can try to draw from. If not, I guess we do need at least one energy here. If I can get one energy, I can knock out that Froakie on the bench. So they're going to go ahead and try to get any trainer card that they like. They're going to reveal it. They end up going with Dive Ball, so that'll get them the Froakie, the Greninja that they need. There's an energy. I will absolutely take it. Evolve into Lampent. We're going to go ahead and retreat for free onto the Gengar EX. And I still need one energy. I've got the Lysander. I do have the Caitlyn. I'm going to hang on. So let's go ahead and knock out that Froakie. And there it is, our first prize. And we get a teammates. Alright, so next we want to go after this Froakie down here. But they're going to be able to evolve it with the Dive Ball. So that is our goal. Go after the Froakies. Remoraid is not that big a deal. Lapras is just used as a utility with the errand running. There's the Frogadier right there. Water Duplicate, search your deck for up to 3 other Frogadiers and you put them onto your bench. I believe that's what the attack was. Let's go ahead and read it. Yep, go straight into your bench, shuffle your deck afterward. They're going to go ahead and feed the Lapras. That gives them a retreat cost if they like. There's the Sycamore, discard, and a new set of 7. And they ended up discarding a Greninja Break. See if we can take a look at it real quick so you can see. Once during your turn before you attack, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you may discard a Water Energy card from your hand. And if you do, put 6 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. That is huge. I mean, it is a nasty, nasty ability. In combination with Greninja on top of that, the Water Shoryuken, it does massive amounts of damage. Really snipes our bench. And a very tough deck to go up against. So they're going to go ahead and get another trainer with Enhanced Hammer. That'll get rid of either one of our energies here on this end. So it is our turn. We've got a Chandelure. Alright, so we could drag out the Remoraid, which I may end up doing. But I do have Caitlyn here. Let's see, what do we want to do? Yeah, let's go ahead and slow them down. Alright, so Versus Seeker for the Lysander. Let's make him discard more energies. Bring out that Remoraid, and let's go ahead and go after the Frogadier. So 3 more damage counters on it. Brings it down to 40 hit points. And they're going to go ahead and Enhanced Hammer. I'm assuming the Gengar EX. Yeah, there it is. So Double Colorless Energy is gone. We do still have the Dimension Valley, so if anything, we can play Night Attack next turn, even with no energies. And right now, Caitlyn is hanging out. We don't have a huge hand. We haven't drawn a Tierno yet. So let's see if we can try to get that. Or at least something that can shuffle our hand into our deck. There's a Super Rod. They're going to shuffle. Okay, so it looks like, what, any Pokemon? Yeah, so they can get that Greninja Break right back. Same with all the energies they've been discarding due to the retreats. They're still ahead by 1 prize, but as soon as they get that Greninja out, we're definitely in trouble, especially since we're not doing damage. Massive amounts of damage with what we have here. No energies. We did get the 2 special energies, one of which is gone. So not too much we can do here. And for anyone that is curious about the podcast, we are here on YouTube. Or if you watch it on Facebook, you can head on over to youtube.com/thereasonsimbroke. Or for a link of all the places you can find us, just go to thereasonsimbroke.com. You will find an interactive player there for our weekly podcast where we cover comics, movies, Pokemon, TV, video games, and more every single week. It's available on Stitcher, TuneIn, iTunes, pretty much any podcatcher that you can think of. Podbean recently, we got on there, iHeartRadio. You can find the show everywhere, and of course, right here on YouTube, too. Okay, so that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and we'll take it. I'm not gonna, that's all we can do, really, Brokettes. Let's go ahead and try to knock out this Frogadier next turn. So it's another 30, brings it down to 10 hit points. And hopefully that's it. Hopefully they don't end up drawing that Greninja. Let's go ahead and hold off. And no artillery yet that I'm seeing. Lapras is hanging out. They don't have an energy that they ended up discarding yet. We did get lucky with the energy here. No Professor's Letter. What have we gone through? So not even us on our end, we haven't gone through too much. Not much draw support. So otherwise, we probably could have been doing, with at least one more energy, we could have been doing 60 damage to Remoraid. But I'm definitely, at this point, going to go after the Frogadier and try to knock that out. Yeah, that's it. We're going to be able to knock it out. Okay, so save Evil Soda. It's not helping us. All right, let's go ahead, Brocats, and knock out Frogadier with Night Attack. And prizes, help us out here. Litwick. Okay, we'll hold off. So at this point, Evil Soda is there for Mega Gengar, which we're not going to go into yet. We don't have attacks that we want to use. But I am actually going to get rid of these two. Probably even teammates, because we don't have a knockout yet. Get rid of these three and draw up 3 new cards. Definitely want to hang on to Dimension Valley there. And to anyone wondering about the Pokemon League versions, you can of course trade with people right here on TCG Online. But if you go to your local Pokemon League, they do have code cards with special versions, digital versions of the cards that you see out and about here. So, teammates, yeah, we're going to get rid of everything except for Dimension Valley. And there we go. That's definitely better. All right, so, yeah, I mean, we could knock out, might as well knock out the Remoraid, right? So, let's Dimension Valley. Sad face on his end. And they end up conceding. That is the first time we've beaten a Greninja deck. I don't know if it counts. I'm going to say it doesn't count because the Greninja deck did not come out, but you know what? I'm still happy about it. Good job, Gengar EX. Good job, Chandelure. I will go ahead and let's open up some booster packs. Go into our collection. And as I promised, we do have XY Evolutions. Let's go ahead and open up 3 generations first. Those are the unboxings that we've been doing on the Mythical collections. Our next one will be Genesect. So there's Ghastly with its fabulous hair and Floral Crown. Is that a reverse? No. Jirachi, beautiful card. Definitely pulled that in the physical pulls as we've been doing our generations openings. Oh, that is beautiful. I don't know if I have a reverse holo. It says I have 2, but if I haven't replaced them in my deck, I'm definitely going to do that now. And we've got a Dodrio with the Retreat Aid ability. As long as this Pokemon is on your bench, your active Pokemon's retreat cost is 2 less. Let's open up another one. Alright, next we've got a Pikachu Geodude, a Snorunt, Max Revive, our very first Clefairy, it's a reverse holo, and, oh, Jolteon EX, our very first one. Definitely something we can trade with. Why is this huge for newer players? For anyone not familiar with this card, is this Flash Ray attack. 70 base. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon. So that is huge against EXs, other just even any basic Pokemon. So if you saw my Gengar EX out there, that's why I have Chandelure in the deck, because of cards like these, in which I would be completely useless. I would not be able to do anything against a card, against this Flash Ray attack. And it is an excellent card. And you will see some very good decks built around Jolteon EX. So great for trade. Probably not something that I'm going to use in my deck. Oh yeah, there. Well, I wasn't trying to that. I'm so excited about this Krabby. Krabby's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and finally have a reverse holo Krabby right there. You can see it's also one that I was very happy to pull for my physical collection. Oh, while we're at it, Charmander being a jerk, as a guy that had glasses. This is not funny, Charmander. That's why I picked Bulbasaur. All right, and our rare here ends up being a Dugtrio. Let's go into Evolutions, the latest set from Pokemon TCG. And all of these will be new in our collection. Since this is our very first pack, I went ahead and waited for all of you before I opened any of these. So this is exactly what I was talking about. Classic cards. There's another Charmander setting something on fire. Still being a jerk, in other words. That weird 3D Diglett. I mean, this is all, I love this artwork right here by Ken Sugimori. All of these are just the classics, just as I remember, except for that, there's a couple new ones here and there. Stuff that'll make the EXs in this set playable. But they're still done in that classic style, classic text for trainers, classic coloring and font. Everything is really nice. And And speaking of that, Slowbro EX, Mega Slowbro EX. It's got the low roll spin, 100 base. This Pokemon is now confused. During your next turn, this Pokemon's attack does 100 more damage. So you can do 200 damage. Downside is it takes 3 water energies, not even a colorless. It has to be a water energy. 220 hit points is pretty amazing. But the roll spin with confusion, you do have to flip a coin, and if tails, you do damage to yourself and your attack does not go through. But in this case, it's saying you have a 50% chance of doing 200 damage to the next Pokemon that they're going to bring out, if you didn't knock it out with 100 base alone. Yeah. So we've got Staryu, Seal, Energy Retrieval. Actually, you know what? If we end up getting a... I do like the Energy Retrievals we have, though. But let's go ahead and see if we pull a Charizard here. We've got a Poliwrath, another classic. It's got the holo right behind the picture, a little bit hard to see. Let's open up. Let's go ahead and go with 4 more. 4 more booster packs. There's Classic Pikachu, Giant Pikachu. As Kelly said before, she likes all versions of Pikachu, Fat Pikachu, Thin Pikachu. Professor Oak's Hint. It used to be called, I believe, Professor Oak. And that one had a very different ability than this one. Draw cards until you have 7 cards in your hand and your turn ends. It is a supporter. We've got a Reverse Holo Caterpie there. And our rare here is a Mega Pidgeot. This is a Mega set right here. Mega Pidgeot EX. Max Cyclone does 130 base. You may have your opponent switch his or her active Pokemon with one of his or her benched Pokemon. Very, very useful. Let's go ahead and open up another one. Next one here we've got an Electabuzz, one of my favorite artwork on cards of all time. They reprinted this card several years ago with a Reverse Holo on it. Ended up buying it, looked great, and pulled a Reverse Holo Electabuzz as well when we did our booster pack opening. So went straight into my collection. We've got another double colorless energy right here. A Vulpix, Reverse Holo Vulpix. This one came in the starter set way back in the day. Those were my very first Pokemon cards, was the Vulpix Ninetales starter deck. And then the rare here ends up being Eradicate. Alright, so I think that's 3 down, 3 more to go. We've got Magnemite, Sandshrew, Revive, Misty's Determination. That's very useful. Discard a card from your hand. If you do look at the top 8 cards of your deck and you put 1 into your hand. Very, very useful. And then the rare there ends up being a 3D Dugtrio. 2 more booster packs, hoping for a full art Misty's Determination or Brock's Grit. We've got Poliwhirl, Tangela, more old style versions of energies. This one's being pretty huge because Fairy Energy did not exist 20 years ago, so that's pretty awesome to see it at least in that old form. Reverse Holo, and there's a Pidgeot EX to go with our Mega Pidgeot. Remove this Pokemon was attacked by an attack during your opponent's last turn. This does the same amount of damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. And then the Feather Lance does 80 base. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon, or maybe one of your benched. That's still pretty good. With the Mega Pidgeot forcing a retreat every single turn is pretty awesome. The only new one there is a Reverse Holo Professor Oak's Hint. And we've got a Raichu. And it's also the holo right in the background there. I will admit these old cards with this holo in the back don't look quite as cool as the physical ones, because the reprints even have like all the little circles right in the background that actually shine. Not the actual picture like you see it here, but in the holo itself. When they do it online, you just kind of see the lines going up and down. It's still pretty cool. I mean, that's why you kind of prefer to get the physical cards. Same with this one. This is what I'm talking about. It doesn't look quite as awesome because there's no pattern that goes with it. But, I mean, it's the old cards. What can you do? All right, last pack. Final pack. We've got a Vulpix, a Coughing Reverse Holo, and the last one ends up being a Mega Charizard EX, the Y version. Crimson Dive does 30 base. This Pokemon does 50 damage to itself. Does not matter. Gorgeous card. I mean, that is beautiful, beautiful. Mega Charizard X, Mega Charizard Y, both are really cool designs. And this one right here is no exception at all. Awesome pulls out of the 6 booster packs that we opened. We ended up pulling like 3 Megas, an EX, and lots of awesome classic nostalgic Pokemon cards from the very base sets. So thanks all of you for watching today on our Let's Play Pokemon TCG Online. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking on the top right-hand corner of the screen on the Reasons I'm Broke logo. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the podcast.